There is a time in the history books when the people of Europe were filled with fear and terror. These were the days when a storm arose from the east, the storm of the Mongol Invasion, an army renowned for its speed, ruthlessness, and extraordinary fighting skill. For the people of Europe, the invasion was not just a battle, but a test of survival. The event began in the 13th century, when the successors of Genghis Khan expanded their campaigns westward. The Mongols had already conquered vast swaths of Asia and now had their sights set on Europe. The year 1241 is often remembered as the culmination of this invasion, when major battles were fought in Hungary and Poland. What was this invasion like? Imagine thousands of horsemen, sharp archers, and organized military strategy. The Mongols would have overwhelmed any army not only with strength, but also with intelligence. They were masters of deception, ambushes, and weariness. Their tactics were completely new and unexpected for European armies. Why did the Mongols move towards Europe? There are many aspects to this. On the one hand, they wanted to expand their empire. On the other hand, the capture of trade routes was important to them. Some historians say that this was not just a power play for the Mongols, but also an opportunity to show their military superiority. When they set foot in Europe, the people were already suffering from internal turmoil and weak leadership. Different states were against each other, and there was no unified defense strategy. This was a golden opportunity for the Mongols, which they used to their full potential. In April 1241, the Battle of Mohi was fought near Hungary, where the Mongols completely broke the Hungarian military structure. At the same time, the Battle of Legnica also took place in Poland, where the European armies showed courage but could not stand up to the cunning and strength of the Mongols. But there was a strange turn in this whole storm. In 1242, the Mongol armies suddenly turned back. Why? The main reason for this was the death of Ogda Khan, son of Genghis Khan and ruler of the Mongol Empire. According to Mongol traditions, all the chieftains had to return to Mongolia to elect a new Khan. Thus, Europe was saved from a major tragedy. Although this invasion was short-lived, it shook Europe. It was a nightmare that haunted European societies for centuries to come. People thought that if the Mongols had stopped, the history of Europe would have been different. Perhaps languages, cultures, and empires would have changed. European historians consider this event a fatal lesson. The lesson is that no matter how far away the enemy is, never underestimate his power. The Mongols showed that war is not won by force alone, but also by wisdom and unity. And the lack of unity in Europe was their greatest weakness. Ultimately, this Mongol invasion proved to be a temporary storm, but it left a deep mark on history. This story is not just about Europe surviving, but also about how sometimes fate plays a decisive role. If the Mongols had stayed in Europe for a few more years, the map of the world might have been different today.